Hi there, students. A serf, E-R-F, not U-R-F. You all know the surf at the seaside, you go surfing. But this sounds the same, but it's different. Okay, a serf is in former times, the serfs were the people who had to work the land. A serf belonged to the land that they worked on, and they were the slaves of the person who owned the land. This was the serfs. The serfs were the agricultural labor of the time. This is in a feudal society, and the serfs were slaves, but they belonged to the land, and it depended who owned the land. You couldn't sell the serf as a slave, but you could sell the piece of land and the serfs that went with it. Okay, so a serf is a very, very low social class in medieval times, and this is a person who had to work the land and had to obey the person that owned the land. So I think nowadays serfdom, does it still exist? I think it probably does, but in a different form. I think in times of high unemployment, the workers of a factory are effectively serfs. They must do what the factory owner or the business owner requires. Okay, and this makes them serfs. I think a serf is somebody who is a slave. You could use this word jokingly as well, but for example, the people who go to very expensive hotels, I see that they very often treat the staff as if they were serfs, as if they were slaves. So this serf, they had to work on a particular person's land, and they couldn't leave. So they were effectively as a slave. So a slave or a servant. So the owners of the serf had the right to abuse or even kill the serfs. I think serfs had absolutely no freedom at all, and I wonder whether in our current society, where we need to work for things that makes us serfs or not. I think maybe if you have a large mortgage and perhaps a family, then you are a serf to the family, to your employer, that you need your job, and you have to effectively do what they say. Although I think certainly the idea of serfdom has gone. That this is not something literally that exists, but well, being a serf was a very difficult lot. You were one of the lowest people in society. You were effectively a possession of the lord of the manor. So serf, formality. I'm going to give this word a 5 in formality. Yeah, they still treat people as serfs in various places, and this itself comes from Latin servus, a slave or a servant. So yeah, being a serf, not a great deal of fun. Serf.